Hey folks, 'tis the season to go to parties, right? Well, let me give you a couple of tips on how do you show up at a cocktail event or a mix and mingle type of event during the holidays that might be valuable to your networking and your relationship building. First of all, the simple rules apply for any relationships, whether it's a meeting formally in an office or a chance meeting at a cocktail party. Find a way to help, find a way to care. Let's go through the two of those. Well, the first thing you can do is offer help to the host. Whoever is hosting any event, give them a call in advance and ask them if there's anything that you can do that could be helpful. The other thing you could do, and as a result of making that outreach, is to ask them, is there anybody at the event particularly that I should do my research on? Gee, I'd hate to show up and think I should know somebody, but then I don't. It's sometimes embarrassing. I'd love to do some research and some Googling, etc., to make sure that I'm well aware of everybody and what they do so that I can engage in lively conversation. Now, you might not have social permission to do that with all hosts, but some of the people that you're fairly good acquaintances with, they might actually give you the list of people coming in advance, which really allows you to prepare. And again, you're preparing so that you can actually make it even easier for you to help those individuals and easier to care about them in advance. Research them and find out the various hobbies and the philanthropies and all the cool things that they're doing. You could probably even show up and be a bit of a host. If you've done some of that research, you might even think about who at the party might and should know each other if they don't already. That way, when you bump into them, you can say, wow, I saw that you were really interested in breast cancer. I was wondering if you met so-and-so. I think she also has a very similar interest and has been on such and such a board. That allows you to really add even more value. So, of course, the other way, if you don't know anybody and you haven't been able to do the research, you still need to find a way to help and find a way to care. The most obvious way to find a way to care is actually make a decision before you walk in that you're going to give a damn. Be curious. Look into people's eyes. Focus on them. Don't be that smarmy eye darter looking over to see the next best person to talk to, but actually try to uncover with that individual what's interesting, what's going on in their life. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your passions. What are your hobbies? What's really lighting you up personally and professionally? If you go into a conversation looking for a reason to care about somebody, it'll be obvious. And your listening and your great questions will bring them out of their shell. It'll also be a great gift. Speaking of great gifts, what about compliments? That's an awesome tie, or I got to tell you, that is a beautiful dress. These are simple things that if you really mean them, mean a lot. You know, you've ever been told that your shirt is a great color, and then the next thing you know, you're looking for that shirt all over the place for special meetings? It does make an impact on you. So make sure that you give that generous gift to other people. Don't choke compliments back if they're authentic. And if they're authentic, they'll be heard authentically. If they're not authentic, don't do it, because it'll also be felt inauthentically. Find a way to help, find a way to care. Do introductions. Once you've met somebody, you might say, hey, listen, you really should meet so-and-so. I've just met them a little while ago. I think the two of you have a lot in common, or I think the two of you should chat about this, that, or the other thing. And be willing, if you really like somebody, you do care about them as a result of the conversation, you've made some connection, be willing to say to them something like, well, you know what, I know somebody you should meet. Let me introduce you to so-and-so. Let me have your business card. Making introductions to your network actually strengthens your network. Putting two people together that didn't know each other, every time they meet, you're actually present going forward. So really open up your life, open up your network, and of course for all of these things that you do, make sure you follow up. As soon as you're done with the event and you really met somebody you found interesting or marked, make sure you send them a quick email or a quick text, hey, it was great to meet you, hope we can be in touch, and use opportunities while you're face-to-face, if you really want to follow up with somebody again, to say to them in a social context, I really enjoyed this, maybe we can get together for coffee sometime. And if they say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, fantastic, sometime after the new year, I'll give your office a call and we'll set up a time. Once they make that promise and that connection to you, it's highly likely that they'll follow up. So I hope that these are great opportunities and great reasons and great ways that you can make a real connection. But I'll tell you something, when I do this, the most important thing that happens to me is I enjoy myself more. I'm no longer going skunking around some party, feeling uncomfortable, trying to network and feel like I need a shower afterward, for God's sakes. You know, it's not the kind of usury way that you want to live the holidays. This is a wonderful spirit of thanks, of generosity, of intimacy. And if you go into any party, any event, find a way to help, find a way to care, you're going to have more courage, and you're going to have a better time, and you're going to leave with some rich relationships, possibilities. Happy holidays.